Well, we're back. I'm gonna have to upload this as 2 videos, which fucking sucks.
Your VODs.
Hold on. Keep talking in the stream.
Talking. I am talking.
Hold on. Continue?
Continuing to talk.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Oh. Gotta re-log into the D&D launches. Get yelled at by Google for strange people signing into my shit.
How can you have
Google's
strange
actually what took out your power, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, probably.
Your freaking power. There's no storm, too, isn't there?
No, I just live in a very old building and we lose power sometimes.
I live in a new building and we lose power sometimes. But, I mean, it's also ERCOT, so, I mean, what do you do?
Alright. Shit's reloaded. Everything should be visually up on stream again.
I have to claim my token again.
Yeah.
Oh. Actually, I think Nyx has just fucking left. I don't know.
Nice.
My token's gone.
Nice. Well, let me plop you right back in. Boop.
Where did it put me?
There you go. Now let me release claim. Kalen,
I'm coming
still
right
there.
through.
Yeah, y'all can pop back into the game if you want. Guard's still there. We got Airbus. We got Calum.
Am I the only one that, like, disintegrated?
It's probably leftover data from your name being weird.
But I fixed it.
Is Ryan here? I haven't heard him talk. He AFK'd again.
He did say 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it's been, though.
Alright, so we were in the middle of a conversation between Erebus and Alaris.
Yeah, I'm like, oh. I was in the middle of saying something. I
don't remember
where
we were going. You mentioned a list, right? You mentioned the list of stuff, right?
Oh, that's exactly what I brought up.
Yeah,
I said Emberline Pass, and then I said a list
of the list of dragon names, right?
Yep. And then your power went out, and yeah, I think that was all I was gonna say.
Okay.
The point of that was she was asking what he found.
Yeah. Alaris will kind of blink over at you as you mention a list of dragon names. Are you certain that's what you found?
Yeah, I'm pretty certain.
Well, that is very interesting. All the dragons went extinct a long time ago.
Well, I mean, what about this? And then he kind of motioned. I don't know if Skardrus or
No.
Skaldrus is kind of
He's still
noticeable.
he's still prism scaled up on your palm, or the back of your hand rather.
Or can I just show her that then? Can I, like, hold that out to her?
That is.
Yeah.
Perhaps the dragons aren't gone after all.
And then I'll kind of also motion towards Nyx with her scales.
I don't imagine her scales are dragon. But if you have a list of names,
Well, and how the hell did we become Godsworn? There's a lot of unexplainable things going on around here, lady.
I mean, obviously, divinity has been lost to the ages, as have the dragons. Perhaps, I think it would be better that you keep the information that you have a list of named dragons to yourself and those in immediate company.
I imagine anything that we learn here we should keep to ourselves.
Most likely.
Of course, of course.
And you said you had found a map of Emberline Pass, right?
I mean, I did my best to transcribe it, but I know. I can see it.
Alright.
And Celine over there, she said that it looked like the Emberline Pass.
Well then,
Well, it's probably certainly better than my work.
I believe you all have the information that you need to go forward.
Well, should we head up north?
Perhaps I should leave you all to discuss amongst yourselves. Where did that boy get
So
off
there's
to?
more we can find. Yeah.
Calum!
He's over by the wishing well, talking to the great spirit of the well.
He's not back yet. So yeah, Alaris will go flag Calum down and assume, I'll assume that he will deign to engage you all in conversation. If you all want to gather and discuss things amongst yourselves for a moment.
Guard, how long was your travel during the pass, or through the pass?
To get
I'm gonna be honest.
to get from end to end, it took you about a week.
And to get to it from where we're at?
It would take roughly. Well, I guess it depends. With him traveling by caravan, it took several weeks to get there. If you all acquire some form of transportation or decide to walk or anything, it will vary how long it will take you there.
Are you asking from end to end or from like where I came from to get here?
From here to the pass.
The caravan took a couple weeks.
I suppose we should be able to move a little bit faster than a caravan if we can find the right transportation.
Now,
We
wrangling
all need
beef,
horses.
that's something I can do.
The guard fit on a horse?
Yeah, I mean a big old Clyde though.
Guard is the horse. He's going to give us all piggyback rides.
No, you can be the horse. You can transform into it.
That is not something I can transform into.
No.
You'd be able to do a camel.
No, I can't, because I don't have that in my list.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot the new druid list is you pick and you're limited to that list.
That said, I can go a little bit faster as a giant venomous snake.
Swing from the webs like Spider-Man.
Small sidewinder through the ashes.
Ah, true. Do a little spider skittle.
That would be the spider that does that, not the.
Yeah, he said giant venomous snake, not giant venomous spider.
Oh. Whoops. Well,
Which I
there's
said
the
those
spider-
are also an option. Ah, excuse me.
We could move faster than the caravan. Let me think. It's safer to be in a caravan, though.
I don't think a caravan would be too delighted about us dropping off halfway, though.
Quite frankly, I would rather be by ourselves, too. I don't want to have too many eyes on us. Now that we have caught some people's attention, we don't know who to trust nowadays.
That's very true. Smart thinking, big guy. So, does anyone know where you get some horses?
The environment of the sacred, the area for which we have to get to, that is more deserty, right?
The Sacred Wastes, they would be not quite desert. Hang on one second. Let's see if I can. So the Sacred Wastes is more more like a kind of like craggy rockland.
Badlands.
Yeah.
Though it could still be a desert. Depends on how much precipitation it gets.
Yeah, I mean there are definitely some locations that are still like barren and desert. But the further north you get, the more, I wouldn't necessarily say verdant it gets, but it does get a bit more green the closer you get towards the Stormtorn Islands, because there's plenty of rainfall over there. But Luthendal is kind of just like petrified earth. And then oh man. Fucking too many tabs. Too many tabs.
You make
Or-
tabs.
He's overwhelmed.
I haven't dropped any tabs tonight.
So Zareth, the western city, that is definitely a lot more. It's not barren desert. It's actually salt flats. The land itself is formed of shifting salty dunes. And then Marrowrest, which is the southern city, is kind of like petrified forest, basically. So there is a wide range of terrain and biome on the Sacred Wastes, all various forms of wasteland. But yeah, and then obviously Emberline Pass is a volcanic region that sort of cuts and carves through the northeastern portion of the Sacred Wastes on the way to Vaindir.
I made it silly, and I put up my little headset mic, so it was not next to my mouth. Whoops. Well, I'd say the best place to get horses for the travel, we'd have to leave Hollow's Rest first. Then head toward the nearest city on our way up north and get our horses there.
There is no city on the way up north.
Oh no, I'll say that's Guard's misunderstanding of the land. He's new here.
Yeah, it could be a small village instead.
Hmm.
There wasn't any villages that you passed through either.
Could be a really
besides that,
convincingly.
besides the decrepit one that you passed through with no populace that was on the border lines of the Emberline Pass.
I guess we'll just have to steal one in the city on our way out, huh?
The Green
We're
Forge.
still technically in the city, right?
Yeah.
We're still in the inn. Yeah. We're still
What about Luthus? Yeah, is there like any horses maybe tied up outside the inn? You know, like from other travelers? Oh no, because the inn is closed.
Are horses common here, or do they use like or is like camels and water buffalo kind of more?
It would definitely be more buffalo and camel for sure. Depending on which area you're heading towards. There are on each of the 4 points of Hollow Rest that actually exit out into the Sacred Wastes. There are you all having come in through all 4 directions. There are stables that sell appropriate beasts of burden for the land that would lead you to whichever directional port city you're headed towards.
So we're running
I got some gold.
Yeah, so actually for the way towards Vaindir through Emberline Pass, it was actually rideable drakes that you took.
What? Drakes? Does that mean they can fly?
No, drakes do not have flight capabilities. They're basically giant draconic lizards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, flightless lizards.
The more we talk about lizards, the more I think of Glib.
That's what you can name yours.
Yeah.
Garden glib.
Aww. Let me think here. Well, the question is, it'd probably be easier to get a wagon and a mount. I think 4 individual mounts would be more expensive. But I don't know the trade in this blasted land. So, who's good with commerce? Anybody?
Really good charisma.
I'd say Nyx is relatively good at commerce.
Card sees shiny, he knows it's valuable, and that's it.
What with her ability to deceive and sleight of hand.
I have my charisma is 18 plus 4.
And persuade.
18 plus 4? Well, 18 is plus 4. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Do you have proficiency with persuasion and deception?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so either of us could do it.
Also, the less mounts we have, the less we have to worry about feeding multiples. Less mouths to feed. So, if you want my opinion, we spend the excess money on camp supplies if we need any. Then we put it in the wagon. And then we have probably just need one mount to pull the wagon. Hopefully there's a big enough wagon for the 4 of us. And we head to our destination.
What about Alaris? Is she gonna come with us?
Not likely. I believe she has somewhere else to go.
Doesn't she have to return to Valtros?
Yeah, you weren't fully conscientious of when she mentioned that Erebus, as you were drunk as fuck, but she did say that she was going to be returning to Valtros after you all learned whatever information you could from this place.
She'll be leaving us with the boy, I think.
I do
Yeah.
remember that now. Okay.
Well, it would probably be safer for Caleb to be with us than Valtros.
Aye.
A sombering thought we can't travel the roads and the lands without watching our backs. Oh, not so much different from where I came from, to be honest. So that's the first temple we want to go to, the one in the magma place, the fiery, hellish fault line.
Well, that is our only lead at the moment. Alaris has to do some research on the Chamber of the Ninth Coil. Bahamut's probably there.
Chamber of the... How many coils?
All of them.
Well, at least 9.
He tries to count that on his fingers.
And you realize you've run out of fingers.
No! He has 8 total fingers.
Use your thumbs too.
There you go.
Opposables. Alright. Alright.
All right. Well, I don't know what the hell Caleb is doing, so I guess we'll just call a session here and pick up with you guys getting ready to figure out how to leave the city next time.
All right, one more question for both Nyx and Erebus. Guard will go up and say, the ossuary and its watchers and that tree. Did you see any information on that in these papers?
Hadn't the chance to look. I was also going to look for information on the Quietus.
All right.
I'll tell you right now, you will find zero information on the Quietus here.
Oh. It's worth a look. Something.
Would I have
the wishing well.
wait? Would I have a history check? Would I know anything about the Quietus with my?
I mentioned to you a couple sessions ago. You would be aware of the Quietus. There is a sort of ongoing clash between Quietus and Creedforged forces in Solwrath. Or not Solwrath. The Suncrown Empire. In like it's referred to as the Eastern Front, but it's kind of northeast of that particular continent. But there is, which it's strange that the Quietus is there in force, because they generally stick to the shadows. But there's been like full scale Empire army versus Quietus army battles and battlefields there.
Okay. I do remember you saying something about when they go to war, it's devastating.
Yes.
That's where Inera was. Follow the path of the ash trees.
Yeah.
All right.
You got hyped there for no reason.
Any other questions or last minute anything anybody wishes to do before we wrap up?
Actually, Guard will have a personal request. In one of my visions, we know about it in the islands, but there's a tree sacred to us. Or there's a tree I saw in my visions. And it shouldn't have been there. And I was wondering if there's any mention of something like that in any of these texts.
Is it an ash tree?
What type of tree was it?
It would be an ash tree.
Yes, he would say it was an ash tree, and he would give a description of what he saw in his vision. I might need your memory for this.
All right. You want me to? I have the whole thing. I can just read it.
Well, go right ahead, please.
Let's see. All right. It should have been impossible. A tree, ancient and gnarled, stood alone on the high cliffs of the storm-torn highlands, where no tree should be. The storm howled around it, thunder cracked like splitting bone, and yet the tree stood firm, untouched, unmoved. Guard found it with his clan, the Bonewalkers, after following a whisper in the wind, one of the fading voices of his ancestors. The elders had been troubled, the bones had grown silent, the spirits that guided the Bonewalkers for generations falling to shadow, their voices fading as if something unseen was swallowing them whole. And now before them, a tree had bloomed in the storm. Etched into its bark, runic symbols shimmered in the rain, symbols Guard has never seen before but knew that they were meant for him. The elders traced their fingers along the grooves, their expressions unreadable. The city of the dead. There a branch must be planted anew. Hollow rest. The runes marked his path. If there were answers to be found, if the whispers of the dead could be rekindled, they would be there. The shamans, uncertain of the runes' meetings, sought outside knowledge. one of the clan's traders had heard of a scholar from the free cities of Valtros, namely Alaris, and they elected to send guard in that direction. Guard himself, feeling that it was his innate destiny to seek this out.
Yeah, perhaps it's related.
Would he be able to trace from memory some of the, or give some good sketch of the runes he saw as well?
You can give me an Arcana or History check.
I'll do it in D&D Beyond.
Okay.
You don't want to roll it in Sigil? Or the dice gets caught up on things and then just rolls a 1 for you?
No. Yeah.
It does that a little bit in D&D Beyond, too.
Maybe it would have been better off. I got an 8 total.
An 8 total? Which do you roll, History or Arcana?
History.
History. You get some rough, very, very rough sketches. Nyx, you would recognize some similar flares of these runes to the archaic language of your people.
If I were to write those symbols beside where he wrote his, or that's exactly, actually, that's what Nyx is going to do.
Okay.
Like this?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Where D&D Beyond? Neither of us are having any luck today. I rolled a 6.
You do not manage to fully complete the runes, but guard, they do seem to be a bit more sort of on brand for what you were going for. But neither of you know what the hell they mean.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, that is intriguing. Most likely related to the ash trees that I saw in my visions, but we will have to wait and see.
Damn.
Unraveling the past isn't as
That's a dangerous game.
it isn't a priority.
It was worth a shot. Guard takes a seat at the table.
All right. Well then, with that, we will call the session there.
Ryan!
I can't believe he vanished.
Did he fall asleep? That's the only thing I can think of.
Well, I'll pop back into voice in half a second. I'm gonna say bye to stream and then come back.
Alright.
Actually, what Nyx would say is pick at old threads long enough and you'll forget which way you were walking.
Nice.
I gotta stick with my riddles.
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh, red.
All right. There you all have it. Friggin'. Ooh, this is meant to be full cam. Oh, jump scare. That's the best I can do, I guess. Anyways, sorry about the power cut now halfway. It'll be 2 separate VODs on the YouTube channel, which fucking sucks. But I'll see you all in the next one.